Hi everybody, this is TJ with the Counterpunch Trader and Netpicks.com. I was going to do a blog post of some of the current trades today and put some screenshots up on the blog, but I thought there were just so many great trades to talk about that it would just be easier and probably more informative if I did a short video highlighting some of the trades of the day. Many of our trade plans breaking out to all new record profit levels again. The counterpunch just putting us on the right side of the price action at the right moment, using our trade plan rules to keep us in line, keep us disciplined, and keep our accounts moving in the direction that we want them to move, which is positive. Let's jump into it. I'm going to start with my favorite market. This market has been on fire for quite some time. It's kind of bucking the trend because normally we've struggled with this market during the first few months of the year before it usually catches fire. But it's been on fire since last year and it hasn't slowed down even into the first part of this year. And again today hitting a new record profit level. Of course, I'm talking about the Russell E-mini. It used to be $100 a point. Back in December, they decided to cut the value of the point in half. So now it's $50 a point, $5 a tick, and has become more accessible to many traders who otherwise maybe would not have been able to trade this exciting market. Let's take a look at today. We look for the first setup right at 9:30. You can see there's a short right here, and it's easy to tell there's a trade, right? You could see it. The little plus sign is the entry. The target's down below. The setup is below our momentum indicator, which means we only focus on short, right? That's a short trade. But look at the time. It's not quite 9:30. And so I'm not interested in that trade. It does trigger in, and again, it triggers in, but then it closes up here at 9:30. I'm interested in the trade that happens at 9:30. And so far, this was before. So again, rules, the trade plan rules are there for a reason. If we stick to our rules, we can get measurable results. And like this, we could build a trading business. That's a concept a lot of people don't seem to understand. You want to be able to get measurable results so that you can basically decide if it's something you should be trading or not. All right, so it's again, the same principle. We're above the momentum line. There's our entry. You got the entire trade laid out before you. All you have to do is place it with your broker, use a template, a bracket order, so that when the entry gets hit, your targets and your stop are in place with OCOs, right? Order cancels order. When one hits, the other one is canceled. Now I'll walk you through that process. Meanwhile, it does trigger in, right? Long at 1402.6. Remember, our first goal is to get to the first target. When that happens, we'll move our stop from here up to here, and we'll take the risk off the trade. So the first goal is to get to a risk-free position. The middle target is our trade plan goal. We take off profit, and this will be the last trade as long as we're positive. If we could hit that middle target, we hit our goals for the day. That would be a one-and-done trade. We love it when that happens. It moves our account along. It controls our risk exposure to the market. As we grow our account, we increase our position size. We don't need to trade more. We just let the account tell us what to do, sticking to a real smart risk to capital ratio as far as how much we risk on any trade. And like this, we can control our drawdowns and quit positive a majority of the time. And if you can do that, you can succeed at trading. That's all we need. So look what happens. It's pretty straightforward. Little up and down. Given the trade the time it needs to develop. You can see it's butting up against a major resistance level here. That's okay. Price action is king. It tells us what it wants to do by doing it. You see, it spikes up. You can see that the stop moves up. Now we're in a risk-free position. And then it just takes off from there. It starts trailing on the momentum line. Comes up, it hits target 2. Actually, it just missed by 1 tick. But on the next bar, it went right through it. Now, if you're holding out for a target 3, which you certainly could do as you grow your account, you can put on additional positions. That one gets hit Actually also missing by 1 tick, but then it goes through right there. And that's good for 22 ticks. Remember, $5 a tick, so $110 at target 2. 30 ticks at target 3, that's $150. And then if you have an additional position, you just keep on trailing it on up. And up is what you get in this trade. Ultimately stopping out up here. It's a really nice trade. Let's see, that got out at 1407.3. And we were in at 1402.6. And that's 47 ticks for another $335. Really great trade. And we're done. We're done for the session. One and done on the Russell. All right, next up is my second favorite market, crude oil futures. This is a good one to trade as well. Sometimes this is my favorite market, especially during the crude inventory report. It's one of my favorite trades of the week. That'll happen this Thursday, by the way. I'll definitely be trading that. But in the meantime, we're looking for a trade from 8:50 Eastern Standard Time. And I've got the calculator set to not show us anything prior to that. You can see how choppy the market is. Our exhaustion dots, just a quick and easy way to see that the buyers and sellers are pretty well balanced. Looks like it's tilting a little bit to the upside, but we finally get a trade right here, and it's 1 minute after our start time. So that's the one we're interested in. If we get filled, 54.78. Again, same plan, going to target 2, trying to get to that first break-even position. It does trigger in. There's nothing really new to learn. It's exactly what I just showed you on the Russell. The only thing is that target 1 is too close to move our stop. And so there's a little marker up here, this little pinprick dot. That is actually showing us where we're going to move our stop if we can just get to that level. Remember, we want to give the trade every chance we can for it to succeed. And some trades just need a little more room to develop. Counterpunch is designed with that in mind. It's very dynamic. In this case, it didn't matter because if we moved our stop up, it would not have come down. But look at what happens when it comes up and hits that dot right there perfectly. On the right edge, you see it, and the stop then moves up. So now in a risk-free position and, you know, almost hitting target 2 as well. But we're in there risk-free regardless, and then it pops through and it hits it right on the nail. And that was good for 11 cents. That's $110. Crude oil, of course, trading in a pretty tight range from like, you know, $50 to $54-ish, a $3 or $4 range. And so the trades are pretty tight. If it breaks out above $55, say, who knows, but watch for another uptick and a surge forward in the markets in general. We'll keep an eye on that. In the meantime, we just keep taking our trades. Look at how the trailer keeps coming up. By the way, this will be a one and done session. We hit our target 2, and there's target 3. Anyone trading that position would have made 16 cents, another $160, and the trailer keeps pushing it higher. It does spike up, and you know, when you get a certain percentage above that third target, there is a technique that you can employ where you don't let it come all the way back down. You could grab some more profit. It just depends on style and how you trade. But in this case, it does come down and hit the stop right here, 1 tick below target 3, and that was good for another $150. The beauty is that it's one and done, and it's so simple. We don't have to overthink it, and this trade put this trade plan up to new record profit levels, and we've been trading this for a very long time. It's just a testimony as to the resilience and consistency of the Counterpunch Trader, the trade plans that we use, and our method of treating our trading like a business and being disciplined and emotionally unattached. We'll look at the Dowie Mini next. We're using trend mode. I've talked about this in other videos. It's an additional filter. Basically, if our trend indicator is blue, you only take long trades. If it's red, you only take short trades. You'll see the short setups are grayed out. We still see them, but we ignore them. right? There's a little short trade there, but because the line is blue, we're just focusing on long trades. So we're looking to start at 8:30 Central, and here's a setup here at 8:08, 8:17, and this, because it's so active, we can get in sync with this trade. If it comes up and hits the entry before a new setup occurs, we'll take that trade, okay? And what happens is it does come up. It comes up and it hits it right there on the nail. And so that's the trade we're going to focus on. It's a little different than the Russell. We don't do that in the Russell. In the Russell, we want a new setup when our start time is. The Dow E-mini is different. We have a different trade plan. We can get in sync with an earlier setup if the conditions remain favorable for us. So the setup is here, but we get into it here right at 8:34 Central, okay? There is a new setup as well, and if you were to take that one, you know, that's just another approach, and it certainly wouldn't be a mistake. The important thing is that you know what your trade plan is. You do it consistently the same way each and every day. Again, there's that concept, measurable results. If you do it the same way each and every day, you can get measurable results, and like this, you can craft your business and be able to predict your results going forward based on the statistics that you build from prior trades. Hopefully that makes sense. One of the concepts we teach. All right, so that triggers in 2666. Some of you may have thought, yeah, you could adjust it above this little swing level to the left. Again, that's a technique we teach. 5% art to trading. It's still triggered in. Wouldn't have mattered. All right, so look what happens. It goes up, it goes down, but the stop is well in place. It's being tracked by the calculator. These additional trades, you can turn them off if you don't want to see them. As you get more advanced, you may want to add to your position. A lot of traders do that. Be very profitable. Comes up and hits target 1 right there. The stop moves up. I taught you this already. There's nothing new to learn. Now it's just a matter of staying in the trade, letting our brilliant momentum indicator just kind of hide our stop. That tells us the line in the sand, the balance point between buyers and sellers. So it's a great place to hide our stop around, you see? Meanwhile, it comes up, not quite at target 2, almost. And there it is. Nope, came off a little. So not quite at target 2, but the stop is protecting us, right? Nothing to do but let the trade do its thing. Look at that stop stay. Why didn't it follow the lineup? How did it know to stay lower? And then the price stabs down, pushes higher, and then hits its full target. Well, there's some really smart tools built into the calculator, and it's doing stuff behind the scenes that, of course, we teach in training. You have full control over it, but this is how it is. I didn't change anything. This is the way we do it, and the way the calculator has been set for years now. Nothing has changed. It's the same strategy, the same techniques, and we actually have the 5% art to trading, or at least maybe 2 to 3% of that 5% art built into the calculator, so it's actually become a mechanical maneuver. You see that? All right, so that trade's still going, isn't it? And this one also comes up. Look at target 3. Is that as perfect as it gets? One, you know, it hits it right on the nail, actually. Let's see, it's supposed to be 696. Gets as high as 696. Better check your fills, right? A lot of times you get filled, but sometimes, you know, you might be the last one selling it. There might not be any more buyers. So at that point, you know, mark it out. Or at least make sure you get out at target 2 or at the stop. Manage your trade properly. It does come down and stop out right there. And, you know, target 2 is good for 22 points, the same as the Russell. Target 3, 30 points, the same as the Russell. Just a coincidence. It's funny how the markets work. $110, $150. And then, of course, your stop. All right, that's the Dow E-mini. And this video is starting to get too long, so we'll just take a quick look at a few more examples. Soybean futures start at 8:30 Central. There it is, 8:30, gets short. This is a one and done. This is all from today. Look at that, working exactly how everything else works, the way I showed you, and it was done. Look at it hitting all those targets. Very profitable trade. DAX futures actually had a small losing trade before a nice winner. Getting short here, almost hitting target one. In fact, I would have moved my stop down, missing by 1.5 points. It does stop and reverse right in here and hits all its targets. So here's a trade that actually took 2 trades to hit its goals, trading during the German trading hours. Here's a look at the ES. There's a trade right here. We start at 8:30 Central. We can get in sync with it just like with the YM. Right here, you can see it hitting the entry perfectly. Hits all its targets. Look at the trailer. Nice big trade on the ES. One and done, of course, today. The NQ took a little time to get started. 8:45, it finally got long. Hit target 1, wasn't quite able to get to target 2, and it stopped out with a partial. So we needed another trade to get to our target 2 goal. It was a short this time. Came down. You can see it hitting all its targets here. So another trade plan that took 2 trades, but a partial winner and a full winner and a great result on the NQ. All right, this video can get very long. I can show you so many more examples from today. I wanted to jump over to Forex and show you some of the things that you probably didn't know that you can do with the counterpunch, especially with some of these new charts that are available to us, like these custom Renko bars, or mean Renkos they're called. They actually show you the range by putting on these wicks, and these are fantastic. You could see that how it handled the short on the Euro US. This is a 5 pip custom Renko bar that's offset by 2.5 pips. Very interesting chart, and counterpunch works great with this. Now, we typically start, well, this is a European session. This is actually around a little after midnight last night, New York time. We're looking to start taking trades around 2 a.m. And you can see the counterpunch is going to show you additional setups here and here and here. So we could set the calculator actually to 2 a.m. or we can just find the trade that's closest to 2 a.m. and you could see this one right here is at 2:26. So if you're just sticking with the basic trade plan, that would have been the trade to be in, and you could have then just borrowed the trailer. Or you could have gotten up here. It really depends. I mean, Forex obviously gives you a lot of opportunities to trade at different times, but look at how that trade just moves through all the targets. And look at target 3. Pretty nice, huh? Really great chart to trade. If we come to the US session, starting at 8:30 usually is when we want to start. And here we are. Looks like this particular trade would have canceled because of the rules, and we would have ended up getting long here like so, and you can see the stop here. It looks like it's under some pressure, but then it recovers and now it's pushing higher and not quite hitting its money management level. The stop has not yet moved up. Looks like it might, but you can see that this trade can still work out. These type of charts really clean up the noise and get you, you can catch some really big, significant moves in the market, and the counterpunch works great. Really excited about the prospects of what we can do with the mean Renko and these custom Renko bars, both on TradeStation and NinjaTrader. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is TJ with the Counterpunch Trader. Please keep in mind that we are now in full swing with our Counterpunch launch. This is the last time that we will be able to make the Counterpunch available to the public at these prices. After this launch, the price will be going up. We'll explain why when we give our presentation, but this is your opportunity to jump on board while the price is still low enough and affordable for most of you. The Counterpunch is an awesome strategy. It's been proving itself over and over and over again. The trade plans that we use continue to work. We continue to discover new ones. I've barely shown you, basically the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more that can be done with it, so many more great markets that can be traded. The DAX, the NQ, the ES, various Forex charts and time frames, swing trading, day trading, and stocks and options. It also works on NinjaTrader, MT4, Thinkorswim, and of course the charts I'm using, TradeStation. Hope you enjoyed this video, everybody. See you on the next one.